Hello again! Welcome to section 5. Now it's time to deal with errors. Yes, errors. Don't think that we always have the happy path. In this first video, we will learn what errors are and how to throw them. For beginning this video, let's start with the question, what are errors? Sometimes the app might achieve a status where it doesn't match with the happy path. For example, imagine that the app is writing a file and the device runs out of space. Or if it requests something from a server which is down. Cases like these generate error. Don't confuse errors with malfunctioning. An error means that, for whatever reason, the function cannot proceed and it needs to return. One common mistake is ignoring the error. This will cause the app ending in an unexpected state. Avoid ignoring errors as much as you can. Swift has different ways of throwing and treating errors. Let's see them. The first way of reporting an error is by returning nil. For example, when we use URL, we receive an object when the URL is correct, and nil when it is not. This is very limited. It is just saying that there is an error, but nothing specific. ObjectiveC controls the errors with objects of NS errors and returning them through a function argument. This way is still compatible, but I would say that it's not very swifty. In this example, we can see that rather than returning nil, we are sending an error object via the arguments. If the error object is nil, it means that there were no errors. However, if it is non-nil, it means that something went wrong. Pay attention to the fact that the header requires an error, which is something that we will see right now. Let's see what's error and how we can define our own error. Error is just a built-in protocol. It doesn't have any method or property. The idea is implementing it in specific error entities. One way of creating specific errors is by defining our own struct or class, which implements the error protocol. Remember that an error has no mandatory method or property, so just implementing the protocol is enough. Another way is by defining an enumeration which implements the protocol. This second option is better for splitting errors into categories and treating all possible error cases. A better way of throwing errors is by using something called throw. For example, imagine that somewhere in our app we can only accept numbers lower or equal to 5. If we receive any value greater than 5, we have to write throw and the error which was generated. That way, the error will be propagated